Are you someone who left art for some other work? Well, don't worry, there is no right time. Pick up your pencils now and let's get our hands dirty. Today I am drawing a wet face portrait using grid method. This is my reference picture. I am drawing an outline of the face. Now I like to use less and less materials to complete any of my sketches and only use things which are easily accessible and affordable to everyone. It is always advisable to go light to dark and use dark very cautiously. Now since we are drawing eyes, we know the inner part tends to be pitch black, so you can use dark at the first instance if you like, but ideally first use HB or 2B to give direction to the portrait and then maybe darken it with 4B and for mixing, there are n number of materials used. There are brushes, butts, tissues, anything you like you can use, but we can use tissues or earbuds to mix the graphite or charcoal, which is easily available with anyone and could be easily used. I generally use tissue for a larger surface area and earbuds for a smaller area. That is something you can also try. Charcoal powder is something which will give a dark texture and depth in the portrait. You can buy it in the market also or make your own charcoal powder. I had spare compressed charcoal sticks with me, so I simply rubbed it into sandpaper and made my own charcoal powder. Don't worry if you don't have compressed sticks, you can also rub your charcoal pencil on a piece of paper and also get charcoal powder. can see I am using paint brush to mix, but you can also use makeup brushes if you don't have spare paint brushes to mix. Just make sure to keep a separate brush for mixing charcoal so that you don't have to pick up different brushes every time and you have a specific brush to mix charcoal. You will notice here every time I have used the same technique of starting with either HB or 2B and then moving one level up with 4B. It not only gives the initial direction to the portrait but gives layers to your sketch. Remember, in life also you can never take shortcuts. Shortcuts would never give you the same result you desire, and it is the same case here. there is one magic tool that we use for sketches, that is the mono eraser. It helps to give minor details in the portrait. Whenever we draw a hyper-realism sketch, the mono eraser is your secret weapon. Many people also use kneaded eraser to give shapes and details to the portrait, but I mostly use the kneaded eraser for larger area. If you need, I'll provide the link below for both of these products so you can check out and see for yourselves what suits you and use it according to you. Here comes the main part. I had always been intrigued to sketch or paint water. It could be the teardrops or droplets on a wet face, or painting waterfalls and rivers. The way you can see it on paper is by drawing its shadow and reflections and not the water itself. It just gives a whole new meaning to the shadows, and it's beautiful to see how it turns out in the paper. If you have reached till this point in the video, you must be really passionate to try the art but somehow is not getting that motivation or push to start it. It doesn't matter whether you are an amateur or just busy with your daily life. Taking out 15 to 20 minutes for something which gives you happiness is not really much. Many times you might get bogged down after seeing those perfect art videos on social media. Well, they were also once beginners. Don't think much and just pick up that pencil and brush and draw with me. It's really that simple. Just pick up that pencil. I am a big believer that anyone can draw. It's a skill that can be learned and practiced. Art can also be a very good therapy for people who are not good with expressing their emotions. I myself have always relied on art on my low days and the days I have been feeling that I can't emote myself. You can also try different things to figure out your strategy and how you can cope up with on your bad days. Here comes the moment of truth we had all been waiting for, the final look. So this is how the painting, the portrait looks, the final portrait. Just tell me if you have also tried the same portrait or any other portrait and would like to share your work with me.